Alright guys, welcome back. The 1988 Restore project is coming to a close. We just have a few more little small items to wrap up, and I'm going to take care of a couple of those in today's video. One of those is going to be the things that you guys have mentioned in the comments in the previous videos. Underneath the car, it looks like there's rust underneath there. It's actually primarily just the red dirt from Mississippi where I picked the car up. If you go back to where I picked the car up, you can see a clip of us driving down that road, and that's primarily where this car was used, kind of on the farm area. And that dirt down there is just basically red. It looks like rust whenever it was caked underneath the bottom of the car. I sprayed it off of most of it, but I haven't had the car up really high enough outside to get it sprayed off. So I'm going to try to do that today. I'm going to try to show you guys. Most of that is just that red dirt. There may be a few little trouble areas, rock chips or something like that I'm going to try to take care of a little bit later. But that's the first thing I'm going to do is get this thing pulled out, get it jacked up, see if I can get some of that dirt sprayed off of there in those hard to reach areas. Alright, I've got the underside of the car all sprayed off, and it is looking a lot better. All that red color that looks like rust has been removed. There are a few spots where the undercoating has chipped off, and it has left like that undercoating primer, like that gray primer that goes on there. So I may have to scuff some of that up and throw some undercoating on there just to put that layer of protection back on there so that primer doesn't chip off and it lead to some raw metal under there in the future. So I'll probably take care of that off camera. Nothing special about that. It's going to be just some sanding and spraying some undercoating under there to take care of that. Now, I went ahead and threw the H emblem on the hood there. I've been kind of waiting to put that H emblem on there. It's to like signify the finish of this build. But even though the car isn't 100% complete yet, and I've still got work to do, I went ahead and threw it on there really because the exterior of the car is done, except for that H emblem there. So we did throw that on there, and it really finishes up the look of the front end of this car. I know a lot of you have been asking, where's the H emblem? Well, there it is, and it looks a lot better, and it's really a twin to the car sitting right next to it. They look identical other than the wheels right now. So, I mean, that's obviously a style that I like, and I have a feeling that the new owner of this car, whoever that may be, is really going to like it as well. One thing I was wanting to do on this car before we finished up the build was actually to put some new LED bulbs all around the car. And thanks to Auxbeam, today's video sponsor, they did send out an entire set of LED bulbs to put on the car, which includes their GX series headlight bulbs. These are the H4 bulbs for the Euro spec headlights. So if you're going to be ordering them, make sure you order the 9005, 9006 for the USDM headlights if you have an 88 to 91 CRX here in the US and you're not using these single bulb headlights. So let's go ahead and open these boxes up and take a look at these LEDs, see what they're all about, and get them installed in the car. Alright, these do look to be well made. They do have the external LED drivers, so they should fit in most headlight housings. We're going to see how well they fit in these Euro spec headlights. Everything looks pretty good. They do have an external fan to help keep them cool. So you got to make sure that you've got it kind of weather tight around the headlight. You don't want a lot of dirt and grime getting up in that fan. But let's go ahead and check these out. These are the high-low beam headlights in one bulb. So let's go ahead and get them installed and see how they compare to the halogens. Auxbeam for sending us these LED bulbs for this CRX. The lighting situation is significantly improved on it. I ended up swapping all the bulbs on the exterior of the car with the LEDs, except for the front here. I ended up swapping back the original filament bulbs on the corners just because I like the contrast of the color. The LED bulbs are a little bit cooler white. These are a little bit of warmer white color. I just like that look a little bit better. The headlights themselves are a massive improvement over the original. You can tell here, even in the daylight, at nighttime, it's going to make a massive difference on the roadway, as well as just any visibility and people being able to see you, especially in this car. It's such a tiny car. You really want people to know that you're around. One thing I noticed about the rear lights on the blinkers is the LEDs being that cool blue or that cool white. It did alter the color of the amber lenses just a little bit whenever they were on. I don't think it's too significant, but it's just something to take note of. That cool white will make a little bit of a difference in that. I love how they flash on and off immediately, as opposed to the halogen, which kind of dim and then brighten back up. It gives it more of a modern look whenever they're activated.